Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and we are recording another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call the show Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live today from the great city of Savannah, Georgia. ladies and gentlemen, as I told you last week, I was gonna start a trucking company. Ladies and gentlemen, I have ventured out. We bought the truck. We had to go get the truck, come down here to get everything situated. Now, I myself, with this truck, I will be driving down here in Savannah. They have a port. The boats come in from all different places in the world. So I will be picking up containers down here, bringing them back to Atlanta, maybe go to Tennessee every now and then, things of that nature. Try to get home on a nightly basis, Might have to spend one night on the road, but I've been doing that stuff the last week and a half. We have not recorded an episode, and I apologize for that, but once again we are back. It's a lot of little things you have to do when you buy a truck. It's a lot of little pieces of paper you have to sign, dot your I's, cross your T's, I had my wife involved, so I had to get her to sign stuff. We had to go, set stuff up, get accounts, all this kind of stuff. But everything worked out, and I have time today. I said, I got to get back to the podcast. You might be gone, but you never forget, and of course, I've been thinking about expanding. The last episode we talked about create an information business. I'm gonna create an information business when it comes to truck driving. I've only been driving for 15 years. I might as well harvest out all the information that I have and give it to people that is looking forward. On top of the other things that we have going on, so it's gonna be a little busier than normal, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing because there's no more looking back. There's no more there's no net, no safety net. As I was telling my wife, I said, I'm not gonna work for you. I'm not gonna, work for anybody else. I'm not gonna, the truck is gonna make it. The copywriting is gonna make it. Anything else that I want to do is gonna make it full-fledged. You gotta harvest things out, make sure things work, flesh them out, get things rocking and rolling, and prepare. But at the same time, you have to prepare, but at the same time you have to just go ahead and take a leap. And within the last month, I just thought not just with the trucking and stuff, but with everything, with the podcast, we gotta do more to get the audience membership up. We gotta do more to get it out there. We gotta do more to get we just got to do more. We have a good show. I appreciate you for listening. We have a great show that needs to be out to more people, and we will make that happen. We will get that, and we will be back. I'm gonna record tomorrow. I'm gonna record Thursday and Friday. We're gonna take off probably for the weekend because I haven't seen I haven't seen my wife in a couple of days. I had to leave out Sunday evening, and so I haven't seen her or the baby in 2 days, 3 days. It seems like forever. As you well know, I've spent the first year, with my baby, first 13 months of her life, and I've been there every day. So it's weird, video chatting them every night. I'm just like, I want to go home, but you have goals that you want to do. You have things you want to accomplish for them too. It's just not about me. It's we're a team. And my wife, she's very understanding. She's been good in this process, and we're on the same page. And we both know that the little sacrifice now is going to pay off in the long run, and I appreciate her even more than I probably ever had before, and just take things from there, But like I said, there's we have to get the marketing. We have to get the marketing better. We have to get the message better for this show, because this, I feel like it's good, but it can be better. It can be great. We have to do things to make this show click. To get this show, because we have great ideas. We have great episodes, but we can do things to make it better. We need to reach more of an audience, and we have to figure out which direction do we want to go down. We have to figure out what do we want to talk about. So I'm gonna figure that out within the next week or two, because online marketing moves, it's a good name and everything like that, but you don't want to be. The worst thing that you can do is try to catch a net of 1 million people. When there's so many podcasts, about everything. You want to have a niche. You want to have something that you can fall back on a regular basis. You can talk about different things, but you want to bring it back to a certain topic. You want to bring it back to a certain subject. So we have to figure out, what subject do we want to talk about? What thing do we want to really drill down on a regular basis on this show? And we have to figure that out within the next month. You know what I mean? Because you don't want the show to die out. You don't want the show to peter out. I feel like we've come a long way, but we have so much more to go, and I feel like we sort of plateaued in the last 2 or 3 months. It's kind of gotten a little stale. Maybe I've gotten stale. I don't know, but I know I've been sort of hit and miss lately, but I had to take care of a few things, but now we're here, and we're not going anywhere, and we have a pattern. Once I get out of the habit, it's kind of hard for me to, but now we have a pattern, so we have to just figure out, which road do we want to head down when it comes to online marketing moves. So we'll figure that out, and we'll hammer it down, and we'll finally get some guests. We need to get guests. That's another thing. We need to interview people, and the more, because if you can't interview people, you can reach their audience. You know what I mean? And then of course I have to start getting on podcasts. I know this. You know this. So we have to spread the word. It's sort of like when God told Moses, and I'm not comparing myself to Moses, I'm not comparing myself to God, nothing like that, so don't get carried away. But when God said, Moses, I need you to speak my message, and Moses said, I'm not great of tongue, and he said, don't worry, I'm gonna guide you, and you're gonna be a great speaker. Don't worry about anything. And so we're sort of at that point. I gotta get the speech. I gotta get the message down pat. I gotta be able to project. Gotta be able to dictate. Put it out there so we can get a bigger tribe, a bigger herd, a bigger audience. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I appreciate everybody that's ever downloaded the podcast. Anybody that ever listened to the podcast, I appreciate you. But we just have to get things going. We have to make it bigger. We have to start generating the revenue, because it was cool at first when you say, "Hey man, I got a podcast," you know what I mean? But it's like, all right, what's our purpose? What's our point? Where's this car taking us to? Where are we going? So we definitely want to get into that. And because I have other ideas for podcasts, and I have those ideas written down, and I'm like, these are gonna work, and I know they're gonna work. But I would be because this is my baby, so I would be sad if some show of mine took off and online marketing moves was sort of still spinning his wheels, and I just was, because eventually if you just keep spinning your wheels, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna get out the car and walk away and blow the car up, but we don't want that. I don't want that, so I'm gonna figure this out and see where we take it, and we're gonna do some great things with it. And you stick around and you tell somebody, and we'll get this whole thing going. But listen, Gumshoes, I just wanted to tell you that I'm still around, and we'll be back tomorrow with the all-new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and we'll be back tomorrow, all right? And as always, everybody, peace.